Hello! I'm gonna be in India by the time this comes up. I'm gonna be in India for 2 weeks, so I thought I would, instead of, because I can't do my game dev vlog, and it's hard to do that sort of thing ahead of time and, like, do a lot of game programming. I'm just gonna work on, like, 2 kind of small projects, and I guess just kind of record them and not really edit anything. The lighting feels kind of crappy today. I don't know. Everything's on. So today, for this project, I might just do like a simple C++ text adventure, which is actually like when I teach C++ class, I have my students write this once they're like, have used some pointers, and have done classes and all of that. So, simple, basic text adventure in C++. So that's what we will be doing today. Okay, I apparently cannot do that. So much for that README initialization. We're gonna clone it somewhere on the hard drive, go to projects, and just clone it there. And then in there we can create a C++ project. So let's go into code blocks, create a new project, empty, skip, text adventure. I mean, back in the day they would just name stuff like adventure, so who cares? Okay, we'll start with the main CPP file. We will at least need IOStream. Sorry if the audio kind of sucks. Like, does it bother you to hear my keyboard sounds, or is that like a nice relaxing sound? Because when I hear keyboard sounds like in videos, it kind of makes me nostalgic for like old videos that would make the click sound, just so you know that they were clicking. Like, you know, back in the 2000s they would make tutorial videos or something and show the mouse cursor, show a little boop come out from it, and make sure it has a clicking sound. So here's main. I usually like to put my main program thing inside of like its own class, just so you can kind of take advantage of member variables. It's almost like using global variables, but you're not. So class program, oops. And you can have some public stuff and private stuff. Then inside of main would include that program. We'd create a new program and then probably say program.start or run or something like that. So over here, I'll have void run. That will be like kind of the starting point. And then down here we can store all the stuff we need, like map areas or whatever. So I don't really want to put stuff in a CPP file. We'll just do it down here. At the moment, I don't need anything initialized, but we might need a constructor. Okay, so when the program runs, we'll start at some room, display its description and stuff like that. So we'll need to have some sort of room object. So, did I forgot my if and def? I did. Program define, program HPP, and if. How is this visible? I can like increase the font size a little more. And we can make it all bold. Is that better? I don't know, I'm not taking up the whole screen either. Room, if not defined, room HPP, define room HPP, and if. We could make this a struct or a class. Let's just make this a struct for now. And, I mean, everything's going to be public by default, but stream, let's include string. So, mostly, I think of like it has a name, description, and then like I like to do this by having pointers. So you could do that, or we could do like an array with an enum I'll just keep it this way for now. East, west, and then usually I create like a setup function. So we could have empty room constructor or a constructor with name, description, and maybe like void set neighbors, room pointer north, room pointer south, room pointer east, room pointer west. So that way you can kind of modify it directly, or you can use constructors. Yay! For both of these, we should just have like a void setup. String name is blah, string description is blah, so some default values. And we'll just call setup so we don't have to do the same code multiple times. Room. So this will call setup, but it doesn't have anything to pass in, so we'll use the defaults. This will call setup with the name and the description. And then over here, these won't be here, but we can mark a comment as the defaults. And then set this name to name, this description to description, and then we will initialize all of the pointers. Oh, I forgot to prefix room here. Pointer north, pointer neighbor north. Set that to null pointer so that we can actually check to see if they are null before we do anything with that. Okay, so we have basic rooms, and over here we can have, I guess we can just create like a vector of rooms to store the actual objects, and then the room itself is going to store pointers to its neighbors. So let's see, we'll do include vector, include string. So we'll have something like room pointer current room, and then a vector of rooms. I guess I like to prefix my private member variables with m underscore. So when the program starts, we'll set m pointer current room to null pointer, and then we'll have like a void setup rooms, which we'll put down here, and we'll call that. So setup rooms. Okay, then we can actually set up some sort of map. So let me see if I have my drawing tablet over here. I will move my microphone over here. Where is my tablet pencil? It's right here. Okay, so let's just make a big thing. So we could come up with like a little map, and we can basically make things neighboring and just kind of make it however you want. Like, because they're pointers to rooms, we could like have this go over here, but then if you go to the west, it'll go over here if you wanted to do something weird and tricky. Or like, let's say you jump down from a ledge or something, but we'll just keep it simple. Let's say we have a starting location. This nub is messed up. I need to replace it. I don't know where I have my spare nubs. Oh no. Oh well. It just is, oh, it's so bad. It's messed up. So we could have like a start room, and, you know, down, you know, let's just implicitly say it's going to be bidirectional. So you don't have to have every neighbor utilized, but you can have like some neighbors there. So let's say you're just trying to get to, well, this is kind of boring. You want more stuff happening. I don't know what exactly we're making here, but I'm always really bad at like coming up with designs of places, I guess. Like, what is this going to be? Like a forest? Or I guess we could make it a cave. You're spelunking in a cave, like the original Adventure, I guess? Was Adventure the one that had the cave? No, that was Colossal Cave. Yeah, so we'll just add some extra things, and this will be your starting point. So, I don't know, what's a good theme? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 rooms. So, let's go over here, and I can kind of... you don't need to see both at once. So then we just basically create rooms. I have to move my tablet again. Move my keyboard closer. Sorry, you're gonna pick up all of the keyboard sounds. I hope it's not terrible. I don't know. We got. Let's just. I guess make an array of rooms because we're going to need 13 of them, and then we're going to eventually just put them all inside that vector. So it's going to copy everything, but that's fine with me. This is just happening once. Let's just say int room count is 13. I could technically do this, but not all compilers will like that. Let's just do this properly. We'll delete the rooms after we are done. So this is just so we can set them up a little easier and it'll look nicer. And then we're going to actually push all of the rooms into the vector. So rooms at that position. So that should be okay. Room does not name a type. I forgot to include our room. Declaration of room outside class. Did I not? Oh, wait. I don't have that set. Okay. So we will create some various rooms. Let's say rooms 0 dot. Oh well, we're using the empty thing. So setup, and we'll do like. I don't know. See, this is where I'm bad at this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can make this like load in from a text file, but we'll just hard code this for now. It's just room 0, room 1, room 2, and so on. And let's do lorem ipsum. There, we'll just do that. I need like a plugin in code blocks to like just let me insert lorem ipsum code text or something like that. I should have copy pasted this before. Yay. Room 6, room 7, room 8, room 9, room 10, room 11, room 12. Okay. And then we would have to set up neighbors. So in our room file, we would just say pointer neighbor north is equal to pointer north, and we can just pass in null pointers when we don't want to set anything for those. South, east, west, and it would be nice to have something to either like write a string to the screen of like neighbors you can go to are north, east, blah. So let's do that real quick. We'll say void output neighbors. So that'll be part of our writing of the room information each screen. See out, you can go, and then if pointer neighbor north is not null pointer, we'll just say north. And so on. See, I could have used an array for these. That would have been a little easier, but east, west, and we'll do an end line at the end. Okay, so we're setting these up. Let's just say room 0 dot set neighbors. So north will do nothing, I think. We're starting here, so null pointer south. I guess I should number these, shouldn't I? Let's do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's how I'll use for the layout. So to the south, we'll have rooms 2. To the east, nothing, and then rooms 1 to the west. So we can just kind of show that off. Actually, that's not going to work the way I want it to, because these are going to be copies. So I'm trying to think. I could turn that into a map. That would make it a little bit easier. Then I can specify them specifically. Let's see. I'm just trying to think. There's like so many different ways you can implement this sort of thing. So then we wouldn't even need this. We'd say m underscore rooms at that position. And then I think you would have to, I'm not sure if you'd have to initialize this as a thing or not. It might not like me accessing like rooms number 0 without saying that it is a room. Rooms 2 and 1. Let's see. We will, it's gonna call setup rooms, right? Rooms 0, set neighbors. Oh, and then since this is a map, we have to say like second. Right? Map type, struct room has no member name second. What are you complaining about then? Do I have to cast it or something? This is gonna be giving me trouble. Set neighbors, null pointer t. Okay, well, let's just make this a little bit simpler. We'll make this a vector. But a vector of dynamically generated rooms. So, room. So then we can do that and say room 0.setup, and then we can push it into the thing dot in rooms dot push back room 0, and then we'll worry about that here in a second. Request for setup, oh yeah, and it's a pointer, so then we can put that in there. I don't want to do like a double dynamic array. Why would you ever want to do that? I mean, these can be named whatever, so like starting room is that. And we set that up and we do that. So we could also create a little function to deal with that. So let's say void create room, string names, string description, and it will return an integer index for it. So we don't have to do that a bunch. I don't know. I feel like it'd be better if I just designed this around loading them in from a text file, but return mrooms.size. So and starting room is create room. We'll take this stuff, name, description, and pass those in here. And then later on we can say rooms, starting room, set neighbors, and then have just different integers. So let's say, I really wish, if I had a theme in mind, I could come up with something. Let's just say like this is a forest edge or something. I'm just gonna leave some garbage in there. So this is, let's say, forest edge northwest, and this is north. I don't know. Or we could say cave entrance. It's a cave. Or ahead of you lays a cave. Ahead of you sits a big, scary cave. And then if you go to the east, let's say you're not going into the cave because this one's a dead end. Let's just say that's where your car is. Car. Car. You've parked your car here. Okay, and then let's also do our south one. So cave exit, create room, cave exit. You're inside the cave next to the exit to the outside. So then here we would say the east, no wait, this is south. The south is going to be cave exit. The east is going to be car. Okay, let's see if that just, what are you mad about? Oh, oops. Request for member set neighbors. That's a pointer. Let's not do this here. Okay. So at the moment, nothing's going to happen when I run the program, aside from it possibly crashing, or did I leave arguments in here? I don't know. What are you mad about? Run. What's going on? What's happening? What's your debugger doing? Close. Close code blocks. I don't know what's going on here. Great. Well, oh, and because I had to close it, it didn't save my project layout, which is great. The files are fine, it just doesn't save the project information. Well, I mean, it might just be closing immediately. While true, cin, a, int a. Or, no, we don't need that. We can just say input something. End. Are you like just not opening it? What are you doing? Did I have a memory leak? Or am I like dereferencing a pointer or something? No? What? Okay, that one got to the end. Let's continue? Question mark? Okay, so the program starts, we set up the rooms, we have run. So let's have bool done. We'll set done to false. And while we're not done, okay, so we'll display the room information. So void output room info. That was the wrong keyboard shortcut. That was the wrong button. We'll just do this. So see out the name of the room and the description. So starting room, let's just say in pointer current room is in rooms starting room. So we will take the starting room, output room info. I suppose from there we can also output neighbors, so we don't have to call two things. Then we need to ask the user what they want to do. Our user input. See out. Now what? Let's do cm.get. Oh, wait, what do we do? I forgot the syntax. It was like get line and then you pass cm. And then user input, or maybe you can use it both ways. But if we're ever changing between this and this, we need to make sure to put an ignore because they don't play together very nicely. Does this run now? Why are you not opening up the terminal? I'm really confused. I feel like I tried to set, oh, well, no. I tried to set, in my other project, I set it so that this would pause and I don't know. Code blocks. Why? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? Whatever. We'll just run it from here, I guess. So we see that information. Why did it say car? Oh, yes, another thing. So we could also make it a little nicer looking as well. I'm kind of a stickler for good looking command line interfaces. So we're just gonna maybe do something like blah end line, the name, end line, another one of these, or we could do that at the end, I guess. I see a kitty cat outside. Name and description, and then output neighbors. I mean, you can go blah blah blah. And let's output another one of these for good measure. And 2 end lines. That's the way I like it. There. Now it's a little nicer looking. We can also make this longer. Car. You've parked your car here. You can go southwest. Something else just popped in my mind and then immediately left. I don't remember. But next we'll need to do... Oh yeah, I remember now. Do I have my C++ library utility thingy in here? Yeah, I do. I just have some C++ code that I reuse all the time. So for instance... Wait, where's my clear screen? System? No, maybe it was in menu, because I had like a nice input-output sort of thing. Show menu, string choice, clear screen. Okay, maybe I'll just take this file. Utilities. Oh no, what did you do? You like copied it weird. And it already had in that stuff. Okay, so I have like a menu type thing. Leave. So instead here we could include utilities. What are you mad about? Utilities.hpp. And I don't completely remember what this was. We have headers. Okay. So menu, header, name of the area. And then that should draw some horizontal bars already. And then those are all just for getting choices. Let's also clear the screen. So menu, clear screen, and then we can also see out the description and that, output neighbors, and then do that. So let's see if that looks nicer. So that clears the screen, makes this little header. You parked your car here. You can go south or west. Now what? Okay. I should not have closed that. Okay, so then over here, instead of saying now what, we can get string choice with a message. Yeah, so we'll do, is that a CN? That's a single CN, that's not even a get line, but we can get string line. Okay. User input is menu get string line, and we'll say now what, and when we run that it'll look like that, so that automatically formats it for us. Nope, just cancel. So then we'll have to look at that output. So if user input C++ string to lower, or is it just lower? I don't remember. Or do I have to do that to each character? Because it does it for just characters. I wonder if I have that in my string utility, maybe. Boop, 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 boop. I have a better string utility in my latest, oh, I do have this here. In my Lenxion game, because I've been adding onto it. I don't know, we'll just put it inside of utilities. So we have everything we need. I think so. We need that S stream. So that's just named string utility. If string util to lower of our string is equal to north, then we also have to check if you can go in that direction. So let's add a bool, can we go north? Bool, or, you know, can go, and then some direction. If we're going to use directions, let's go ahead and do like an enum direction. North is 0 maybe. And this also makes it so I really should have used an array. But maybe we can refactor it in a bit. So it'll be based on, like, if direction is north and pointer neighbor north. Why don't we like that? Then we can return true. There's a way to like probably write this so it's all one statement. I don't care. We're fine. Are you gonna complain? What are you not liking about that? Oh, I forgot. 2 of the colons. I really feel like our programming languages could be better. East, west, south, east, west. And we'll just return false at the end. And I guess we can make these else ifs, but okay, so if they chose north, I want to have 2 different outputs, so I guess I'll just make it nested. If current room can go north, else, because we want to display an error message. Let's just put like let's just put string error. Or maybe status or something. Status equals you can't go north. And here status is you went north. And we can display that at the end. So at the end we'll do cout status, and I think I might have something like press a key to continue. I think I have that in here. Pause. Okay, so we'll do menu pause. So we'll like let them see the result before we display the next map. If they can go north, we'll say the current room is now whatever it currently is, but then it's north pointer. So we just update the pointer. We don't need to do really much of anything else, and then that's fine. It doesn't like my string compare here. No, whatever. And we can copy this for south, east, west. That's going to make it kind of ugly inside of the program. So let's do a void handle user input. We'll put that down here. And we will do handle user input. We don't need, we'll have status here. But don't need that. So string handle user input. String status is blah, return status. And we'll get string user input. Okay. I should have brought a drink in here. I guess I have my coffee. Coffee time. And then I spill my coffee because that's me. And I get a message on Facebook. Okay. So from here, we'll basically do the same sort of thing. If it's south, and then this can also be made more efficient, but because this does kind of count as duplicate code. You could code this to be better, but we're just going to keep it simple. Like there's a kind of a medium between keeping it readable to somebody who's just now coming over to see this code, which would be you, and making it completely free of duplications. So we don't have any other commands at the moment. We're just going to have movement commands. Since we're doing that, let's set up the neighbors of car. So when you go, I wish we had named parameters in C++. It would be great here. Named parameters are great. But they don't, because apparently it wouldn't be compatible with C shit or something. I don't know. I just briefly Googled it. So the order of this for rooms is going to be north, south, east, west, I think. So from the starting room, you can go... I did that backwards. It should be go east. East to the car. So here, we should be able to go west to the starting room. And then for the cave exit, you go south into the cave, and you can go north into the exit. And then at the moment we don't have any of the other places set up, so we'll just do null pointer. But we can at least kind of test movement out this way. Let me set my background color to more opaque so it's not so distracting. Oh no! Seg fault! What happened? Will the debugger work this time? No, it will not. It will sit here flashing. And cool. And it didn't save that I put utilities in there. You have to always like save the project file. Okay. It starts up. We're at the current room. It was displaying some of the stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Creating a room. Pushed that back. Return room size. I should probably add this because I did change that to dynamically create some shit. Why didn't you remind me? Oops. For auto room. Can I do it this way? I mean, I guess we could do a check real quick to see if it's not a null pointer, which it shouldn't be. Then we'll delete pointer room. So we should free up memory. So that's still like crashing though. That's not the cause of the seg fault. We are starting room, car, cave, exit. Let's do like a pause after rooms are set up so we can kind of display some stats. So creating rooms and setting up neighbors. Setting up for current room, and we will see if it's crashing in there. It's setting up neighbors. Room name is index. Okay. car room neighbors, cave room neighbors. Okay, that's all fine, apparently. Why is it having a seg fault between these lines? Cave room neighbors. Well, I mean, it's setting it beforehand, so maybe there's something inside of set neighbors that's not going right. Set neighbors. North, south, east, west. Does it have a problem with any of these? Actually, that should just be dot name. Car. Did it not output my names? Starting room. Car room, cave room. Did I like set up the wrong thing? Create a room, set it the fuck up, and then push that pointer back into there. Member name. It has a name. Starting room. Yeah, it's a array of pointers, so. Starting room. Car? Car room cave? Car cave? Okay, what am I doing wrong here? This is why you're not supposed to use the pointers. We're creating a new room. Room push back. Why is my... I know, I'm like doing the worst type of debugging, but apparently my debugger's just not working today, so... we're just gonna comment the hell out of all of this. I'm try to triangulate the errors. Create starting room, create room, cave entrance. Create car, creating room, car. Create cave exit, creating room, cave exit. Index is cave exit. I'll do 2 tabs. I like being able to read my output, okay? Setting up neighbors. Room, starting room, room, car. Okay, why? Or int I0, or let's say auto room in M rooms. No, let's do the with an integer, an index. Room I rooms I name. Validating? Oh! Aha! I am not doing the thing right. Int index is the rooms.size currently, not after the insertion. That's why! Okay. Cool! I wasn't thinking about it. So it should be fine now. And I accidentally closed that. And now CodeBlocks has crashed. Everything is broken. Open CodeBlocks again. Go to ebin debug. Still doesn't pop up. Don't know why. Okay. Well, let me cancel that. Rebuild. Come on. I don't want you to do that pause anymore when building the rooms. Okay. So you can go south or east. So I can't do anything with that. But I have to type in the letters. We can also set it up so you can do multiple things. Let's just say else status equals unknown command. This will do that, or W, that, or E, that, or S, that, or N. Okay. Oops. Blech. Now what? So if we type in shit, it'll say unknown. South, you went south, and now we have that. And we go north, you went north. East, you went east. So now we can kind of actually go through the areas. We can set the rest of them up. Menu pause. Okay, let's set up the other areas. So I don't know. What's even in a cave? Or I am bad at game design. I am bad at it, so we're gonna get rid of these couts. And those couts, we're just gonna create all of the rooms. Int. Okay. You're here and you want to loop around. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be kind of maze-like, but cave loop number 3. Cave path. You're in a narrow, linear, but curving, well, narrow cave path that curves around. It only goes forward in one direction. So that would be number 3, number 4, cave path north, I guess, and south. Let's do loop. And then cave 5, create room. Caves aren't very interesting. I mean, they're probably more interesting than you would think in like a video game. They're so boring in video games. What if we change this environment? What if this is something else? Cave exit. We'll make this the south exit and the north exit. The cave ends to the east, leading to a forest? I don't know. Okay, so then we can set some neighbors. Get rid of all these comments. Starting room. So why is it indenting me? That's weird. Rooms. Cave loop 3. Okay, so the cave exit here has a west and a south. So M rooms, I guess cave loop 3, and then also cave 5. Oh, that's the car. Oops. Okay, set these. So south, north, south, west. Okay. Set neighbors. It has nothing to the north. Cave loop 4 to the south. Cave exit. No, that's not right. That's the west. Null pointer. Cave exit to the east. Okay. Cave loop 4. It has nothing to the south. Cave loop 3 to the north, and then to the east it has cave 5. Okay, and then cave 5 to the west. We haven't made that one yet, but it'll have something. Cave loop 4 to the west, and to the north we have cave exit. I should have just named it like cave 2. Int forest cave entrance. The cave opens to the west. You are standing. Let's write this better. You are standing in a big forest. The cave opens to the west. Forest cave. East to that cave, right? Okay, so we can kind of test this out. Let's go south. We can go. I need to be able to go west. What is going on? Cave exit. Did I do these backwards? Oh yeah. Why was I thinking that was east, west, and the east? I don't know. Okay. North, south, east, west. Now I just want to put these in a text file. Maybe next time. This light is hurting my eyes. So north, south, east, west. I have to pay attention to this again, figure out what I'm doing. So at the car, you can go west. In the cave exit, here you can go west. Cave loop 3, you can go east to the cave exit. And cave number 4, you can go east again. Come on, why are you not selecting? Cave number 5, you can go east to the forest, or oops, west to the cave. Okay, so that should be correct. South, west, south, east, east. And now we can't go anywhere because I didn't do anything, didn't set up the forest. Ooh, let's say the cave collapses behind you so you can't go back. So we'll say blocked cave entrance. The cave entrance was to the west, but it has been blocked by a cave in. Oh no! So then you have 7, 8, let's say int forest 7, int forest 8, int forest, let's say, I don't know, maybe there's a building, I don't know. I feel like this is going to be really boring to just watch me design rooms. So maybe I should end this here and maybe we can just continue working on text adventure next week, or the second week of me being gone at India, and not able to do my normal game dev videos, so we can improve the cave game and do stuff. Okay, well, I'll see you next week.